Hey guys, it's Kylie. Even though it's February, I really just wanted to talk about my goals for the year and really tell you guys where I am, so maybe together we can figure out where you are and we can create our own little goals for the year. I know for me personally, I have been single for the last couple of years, and I feel like that's something I don't entirely like to admit to myself and to people around me. It's almost become embarrassing to not have a man in your life because we all have this picture in our head that a man is going to come and save us, right? But I'm sick and tired of feeling this way. Let's be honest. I'm sick and tired of it because I don't want to feel like this anymore. I really want this year to be all about me. And that might sound selfish, but that's fine. Because I really want this to be a healing journey for me this year. I don't want to look back when I finally find a man and be like, oh, well, I could have done this, this, and this to better help me in terms of how I want to love myself, how I want to love my friends around me. Sorry, the lighting was a little weird. I want to make a difference in my life being me. I don't just want to play around and beat around the bush. It's not fun anymore. It was fun for a while, and now I'm the one who has to live with myself at the end of the day. Nobody else, right? But you guys live with yourself too. And we are all good, beautiful human beings at the end of the day. But I just really want to take this time to work on myself. I really feel the need that I need to start journaling more. So that is one of my goals. I try to journal for 5 minutes every day. Does it always happen? No. So I think I'm going to make it like a once a week for 20 minutes kind of thing. But we're still seeing where that's at. Because I did just get a new notebook yesterday. So I'm no longer stressed about not having another notebook. So that was one of my problems, but we're not doing excuses. I really want to start journaling more and doing shadow work. I have never been too good at shadow work. It's something that's always kind of scared me. What do I ask myself? How do I do this? How do I do that? So I've been just trying to just inch into it. I've been looking at Pinterest journal prompts, stuff like that, and I try to once a week, ideally I do it once a night. At night I would ask myself a prompt and then answer it, and that would be my shadow work for that day. That is the goal I want to start creating. I really feel that I've been in my masculine energy for a very long time. I've always been super structured. It has to be a list of all the things I'm going to do, all the things I'm going to get done. What is my strategy? How am I going to? I've been in my masculine for a very long time, and I am really trying to get that balance of feminine and masculine. I'm trying to deep dive in my feminine a little bit more. I've been super flowy, really creative lately, and I'm very proud of myself just for seeing that. But once I start to deep dive, I really want to find a nice balance between the two because it's a dance. It is the dance between masculine energy and feminine energy. It's balance, but life is all about balance. You have to find the balance in these perfect things to make them work together in the most amazing way. Because at the end of the day, we can create the most amazing things, and we can do it. We just have to find ourselves in this mess of a world. Another reason why I bring that up is I feel like if I've ever been interested in a guy, I'm always the one to approach him. I've always been, oh, let's go out. I've always been that kind of person. But the more I start to like be like, okay, where did this like, why I do this? It's very much, I was raised in a household where I felt like I couldn't have like flowy energy. I feel like my household was a little chaotic as a child, so I felt like I could never have, definitely had like the freedom and the creativity, but definitely once I got into that like social aspect of like middle school, high school, like gone. I guess it really started in high school. When I was in high school, if I was interested in a guy, I would ask. The things we learn about ourselves on a daily basis are extremely incredible to me. I just want to be the best version of myself every day. That's the end goal for me. So I want to be the best version of myself. And sometimes I wake up and I do not want to do my skincare routine and I do not want to read a book. But sometimes I really have to sit there and I'm like, what would my higher self do? What would my higher self do? My higher self would do my skincare. My higher self would read the dang book. Because is it that hard to read 3 pages? No. We just make it hard in our head. And we're not always going to have the motivation to do things that we don't want to do. Or even things that we do want to do to better help ourselves, but we're not always going to have the motivation to do it. But sometimes you just got to be a little, not mean to yourself. You just got to push yourself just a little bit. Is there like a particular reason you don't want to do this thing? Is it all these? I've always been a little too hard on myself. I will give myself that. Always and forever, I've been way too hard on myself. I am the kind of person who doesn't reach a goal and I will question myself why I failed, why I did this wrong, what I did to do wrong. Very bad habits. But I'm a pusher. And sometimes I won't do my skincare and I'll be like, you know what? It's okay. You just need a break from it today. And then I will, for the rest of the day, be like, why didn't I just do it? It would have taken me 5 minutes. And I can't wallow in that self-guilt. It's not really healthy for us or for our souls, or it's not really getting us anywhere. So I think that's something I really need to work on. But the point of my story was basically, I want men to start approaching me if they're coming into my energy at all. It's not that I'm opposed to dating. I'm not one bit opposed to dating, because I very much do like men. I only date men, personally. I'm very interested in men, but the types of men that I have been attracting throughout my life have not been too hot. I've gotten myself in a couple quips because of the type of people I dated. My dating history started pretty young. I had my first boyfriend when I was 13 and we dated for 4 years. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I dated this man since I was this boy since I was 13 until I was 17. So what, I think that's like second year of middle school to like second year of high school. It was a very long and I don't want to say strenuous relationship, but it was very toxic. I can trace back certain behaviors to said relationship. That's definitely where I formed a lot of my coping mechanisms and my handling of things. Those are like 13 to 17 is a prime years for like you getting to know yourself. Like that is what it's all about, isn't it? So I was spending all that time dating and I really lost myself in that. And then especially after that is kind of where I started getting into like hookup culture, unfortunately. And then after that, I was in another really long relationship. Not really long, it was only a year. But that's pretty long. I wasted a year of my life. But you can't think about it like that. I just think it's very interesting that I can see the patterns. Lost a lot of myself because I didn't take the time then to get to know myself even better. Society got me. Basically, it's all the things you come into this world like knowing you're beautiful, knowing you're, and just, or like even your personality, like knowing you like to dance or knowing you like to edit or film, and society takes that away from you because it's not like a cool interest or it doesn't make you popular. It's society, it's a whole thing that we could go on about forever, and it's not healthy. And I think Gen Z is definitely like that generation to kind of put a stop to that. I think as we get older, we are definitely starting to form different. See, I remember YouTube when I was a kid. Everyone just always looked pretty, like you just always did things a certain way to look good. And I've realized that about content currently. The thing about content currently is that you don't have to look good all the time. You don't have to be saying things and doing things to get you somewhere. You just do what you love, and I like to think that that'll get me far. You know, that'll bring me everything I need, is just to do what I'm passionate about and do whatever makes me happy. Same with you guys. Do literally whatever makes you happy, because that is all that matters. But I do bring that up because I haven't had social media for, let's say the last time I posted on YouTube I think was 2 months ago, and I haven't had probably Instagram for about 3 months, and TikTok even longer. But I did just get TikTok, Instagram, and I'm posting on the YouTube again. So you guys better be expecting a lot of content, because this is one of my goals for the year. This is something I truly love, is to sit down, film a video, and edit it. Honestly, it's so much fun. Especially, I keep my room really nice, especially since this year I already have my space. Like, I got my first apartment last year. So I'm just really truly excited to like get into it. I did finally get a new camera. Not a new camera. I have been starting to finally film on my camera, because I did get a new computer and I needed like a cord, so it's just been a whole thing. But we got this. We are killing it, and I'm so proud of us. What are some of your goals? Because I know that, let me know in the comments though what your goals are, like seriously, because I know when I had goals, I like, especially when like weight loss was my goal, like that was a big goal of mine. I remember saying, my camera totally died, so I'm sorry if the angle switched. But I remember when I was going through my weight loss journey, it was all that was consuming me. I was very much like, I want to weigh 150 pounds. Like, I was so focused on the end goal that I couldn't even really live or relish in the moments that I was having. Like, I do actually quite enjoy physical activity. I'm a very sporty girl. I always have been. As a child, my dad was a football coach, so I grew up around that. I was always super into sports. Like, I've always been very interested. Like, even if I wasn't good at things, I would always just do them just because I liked them. Like, but because I was so focused on that end goal, I couldn't allow myself to enjoy what I was actually doing. I love to go swimming every summer. I love to go to the lake. I love to just hang out and have fun. I love to go to amusement parks, as you guys know, and I just love to like walk around and enjoy that. And I was so focused on how many steps am I getting today? How many calories am I eating? Am I in a calorie deficit? And my calorie deficits would cause me to binge eat. So it was just this ever-going cycle of I am so focused on that end goal that it is literally messing up my life. And I feel like that's something this year that I'm really trying not to think about. You have to have an end goal. At the end of the day, you kind of have to. You have to have a point of vision that you're focusing on, right? But our end goal shouldn't be our only line of sight. Because I can see, like, yes, I want to lose weight, but am I doing it in a healthy, self-love way rather than I hate my body, I need to change this now? Because that is exactly where I was, and it's not too good for me, and it's not too hot for my body. But this year I really want to work on you guys and just social media as a whole. I have started daily. I got this goal getter from TJ Maxx, not sponsored, but it should be. I actually adore TJ Maxx. They have all the best stuff. But lately I've been doing a daily highlight, which is, even though I have like a bunch of goals written down, my daily highlight is my most important goal for the day. So today mine is film this video. So we're already doing good for the day. That's just like my list. But my daily highlight is always my most important of the day. I really want to start a calendar, but we'll get there. I do want to start a new schedule. My goal is to post on YouTube twice a week. I want to post on Wednesday and Thursday. Those are the days that I go back to work because I have Monday, Tuesdays off. Monday, Tuesdays are my editing days just because I have all that time off. Might as well get it done. And then Fridays, Saturdays are primarily my filming days. Although I've really just started filming whenever I feel like I want to. And I feel like that's the flow and creativity of that divine, of that feminine really trying to work its way in. I ideally would like to post on Instagram once a day. I know that's a lot. And I'm thinking about TikTok as like twice a week. That's the goal, but you know. I know you can grow on TikTok faster the more you post, but for me it's definitely quality over quantity. I don't want to try to do so many things and then I get too burnt out and then I can't like actually do anything good. Like I feel like lately with every video I've been posting, I see more and more improvement in myself and in just who I am as a person, because it's quite enjoying to see where you are on camera on a weekly basis. I remember my goals for last year very specifically because I had a post-it note on my old computer that said rent an apartment and buy a car. And I remember when I got this apartment, I was like, oh my god, wow. Like I crossed off one of like my big goals. Like it was still a small goal because it was a yearly goal, but it's a big thing. My first apartment, it was very exciting for me. We still have not had a housewarming party, so when we do, I will be filming that. You guys are invited. Remember being so excited, and I was like, okay, the new car will happen next year. Like I'm not that worried about it because wow, I did a big thing. Very proud of myself. And I was content with that. And then my car broke down. I made a stupid decision to drive in a blizzard for a man. Mistake number one. And that caused my car to lose a tire. And I think that's inevitably what killed the engine. But I had to pay, I paid for new tires, and then the car ran for a week and then it died on the side of the road. And I had to buy a new car. Was it something that I was planning for in that moment? Absolutely not. But I am honestly more than happy that it happened, because it's another one of the goals for last year that's done. That is so crazy to me. It just feels very fulfilling for something like that to just get done. I am like paying this car off, so it's really cool because I've never had to pay a car off before. I've always bought like super cheap cars for like 5 grand, and then they run for about a year or two, and then they kind of just die. I did get a 2017 Nissan Rogue Sport, which is honestly super cool. Once I decorate it, maybe I'll show you guys, but that'll be a separate video. We'll get there. Too many ideas. One of my goals for this year is I would really much like to move somewhere warm. I live in Massachusetts. I'm born and raised in Massachusetts. The only time I've left is when I went to college in Rhode Island, and that was only for like 6 months max. So I would really like to live somewhere warm, that is warm all year round, because I hate the snow. Is this definitely a place I would love to settle down again? Absolutely. I love the outskirts of the city. So in Massachusetts, the biggest city is Boston. Boston is 3 hours from me, and so is Providence, Rhode Island. So I'm actually in kind of the middle of nowhere, but it's like an outside of the city vibe. But as a 20-year-old, not even 20, my birthday's next month. No, it's February. So as a soon-to-be 20-year-old, I would really just love to live in an environment that supports the younger generation and actually has things to do. There's like nothing to do around here. So I just really just want to change the environment as a whole. You know, get some nice warm weather, no more snow, and get some of that like realistic like I need to survive lifestyle. Because it'd be rather enjoying to just have places to go and have the opportunity to meet new people who are around my age range, you know what I mean? Some of my career-based goals are definitely not to put as much time, energy, and commitment in my like 9-to-5 job. I work retail at Ulta Beauty. I do 1000% love what I do there, but I think I've let it consume my life for a little too long. I think when we think about jobs or what somebody does, it's always their job. Especially, I think this is just a Western culture thing, but I'm not really sure. But I'm kind of sick of it. I want to do something that I love and enjoy. So as a career-based goal, it's to put less energy there. That's not like basic job. Like, I'm going to do my job and I'm going to still do it well, because I do pride myself on work where I career-wise really want to start focusing on us more. I want to start posting on YouTube twice a week, every single week,